Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Brotherhood Gaming HD here today. In today's video, a content creator by the name of T-Dog Smitty ended up posting a poll about 3 months ago asking which version of Makarov was more evil. The Makarov that we had back in 2009 version of Modern Warfare 2 or this year's Modern Warfare 3. And in my opinion, I believe the original Makarov from 2009's version of Modern Warfare 2 was the best Makarov that we had within the original Modern Warfare trilogy. Mostly because of the fact that he was one of the well-made characters within the Modern Warfare universe all the way back in the original trilogy. Mostly because of the fact that we knew very little about him and we only knew certain aspects and his motives throughout the whole entire campaign of the original Modern Warfare 2. The original Makarov from 2009, his plan was to technically frame the Americans for attacking the airport in Moscow. I think it was in some part of Russia, if I remember right. And that was Makarov's original plan, was to technically frame the Americans and make the Russians cry out for war, which was one of the final lines, I believe, at the end of that mission of No Russian. And he was one of the most diabolical villains within that time frame during that trilogy, mostly because of the fact that this man was very precise. He was very persistent on what he wanted to do. He knew he wanted to start a war against the United States, and he managed to get that by rallying up Russia and wanting to start a war against the Americans. At the same time, the original General Shepard was trying to get revenge for what happened to his men all the way back during the Modern Warfare 2007 campaign, during that one mission where a nuke was going off. And that's how the original Modern Warfare 3 campaign ends up starting. I think you go as an individual by the name of Frost, and you're fighting alongside somewhere, I believe in Washington or somewhere in the United States. I forget where it is though. But that Makarov knew what he was doing, and then Makarov ends up coming in around the Modern Warfare 3 campaign in the original Modern Warfare 3. And if I remember right, there was one mission where I think you all ended up taking the president hostage, and that was technically his plan. His plan was to technically capture the Russian president and I guess hold him hostage? I forget, but I played the campaign. I'm so sorry. And that's what made the original Makarov so memorable. Like, sure, his character design, he looked crazy. He looked like he was the type of guy you did not want to mess with, even in a freaking war room overall. He just had that look that if you mess with him the wrong way, he was sending you straight to the gulag, whether you like it or not. And now with this version of Makarov that we have here within Modern Warfare 3, I don't believe he is superior compared to the one that we had back in 2009. We only know him by the end of the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, when Price, Laswell, Soap, and the introduction of Task Force 141 sitting at a bar. And we end up getting a whole entire teaser at the end of like the campaign or something about there was somebody loading up like they ended up having some parts for a particular firearm on the plane and all that. And I remember some of that campaign as well. And we only knew that Makarov was going to be returning within this iteration of Modern Warfare 3. And there was a very good introduction, don't get me wrong, breaking him out of the gulag, breaking him out of a max security prison. That was a very good introduction for this version of Makarov. But after that, he really didn't feel very present within the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. He only felt present when the main characters were talking about Makarov, or when there were particular cutscenes revolved around Makarov. But other than that, Makarov did not really feel very present, or was like not even there. Like I felt like Makarov was never there within this version of Modern Warfare 3. He felt more like an afterthought more than a main villain like he was supposed to be. He's supposed to be the main villain of this iteration of Modern Warfare 3, but in my opinion, I don't feel like he was the main villain. I feel like he was just an afterthought. Sometimes I even literally forgot, like, who am I fighting again? Because all I just know is, like, I'm going through open world missions, I'm going through certain campaign missions that didn't feel memorable, that were very lenient. And there were sometimes, like, I literally even forgot that I was hunting down Makarov overall. And there were some segments, too. I think there was one campaign mission where we went back to Verdansk, and we do end up capturing Makarov, but he ends up escaping or something later down the road, which was the introductory mission of the Modern Warfare 3 campaign for this iteration of MW3. And he felt like he was present, like, in certain parts of the story, but in my opinion, I don't feel like he was implemented enough to make him feel like this version of Makarov was an overall threat to not only Task Force 141, but to the whole entire world overall. And at the end of the Modern Warfare 3 campaign, he technically ends up offing Soap in the middle of disarming an explosive device, but before Makarov ended up putting a bullet through his skull. Sorry for the graphic detail right there. Through that whole entire fiasco, Soap managed to give Captain Price, and I believe it was Gaz and Ghost at the time that were there with him, he ended up telling them how to disarm the bomb. And that's what they did. They were able to disarm it. They were able to disarm the explosive. They technically won, but Makarov ended up running away into the sunset to never be seen again, which was technically going to be set for the next Modern Warfare game, which would probably say be called Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 or Infinity Ward's next title, which I believe is supposed to be coming out in like it's going to be a while for their game even comes out. But this version of Makarov that we have here in Modern Warfare 3, he doesn't compare to the one that we had in the original trilogy. Mostly because of the fact is, like I said, the original Makarov, he felt present through the first campaign, through the first Modern Warfare 2 campaign in 2009, and following it up with Modern Warfare 3 in 2011, he felt like he was more present. He felt like he was a threat. He was the main threat to Task Force 141, the United States Army, the United States Marine Corps, and every other faction that was in the original Modern Warfare 3 trilogy. They felt like Makarov was a threat, and he did. He felt like he was a massive threat. And the whole goal of that, through those two campaigns, was to eliminate Makarov no matter what. But now with this new trilogy of Modern Warfare 3, it's like I said, he felt like an afterthought. At the time, like I said, I didn't even know who I was fighting in this campaign until they always brought him back up, like Makarov this, Makarov that, but you really never saw him that much. You only saw him through maybe one or two campaign missions, a couple cutscenes, and that's about it. But which version of Makarov do you think is better? Do you believe that the OG Modern Warfare 2 Makarov from 2009 is still a superior Makarov compared to the one and the lackluster Makarov that we have here in Modern Warfare 3? In this version of Modern Warfare 3, even though he was really slick and his character model was really well done, but it's been your boy Brotherhood Gaming Ishi, everybody. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell notifications, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.